Hey, it's Carla Marie from Carla Marie and Anthony on iHeartRadio's Power 93.3 in Seattle, and you're listening to The Knowbodes, presented by CineSportsTalk.
And welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of the Knowbodes Movie Show. We're in a different space, okay? And we don't have two people here. We do have one more person, but it's just from our regular crew. It's your boy Cloud, all right? My hair looks awful today, but we're gonna rock it. We got your boy Ralph on the mixer. Ralph, how you doing? You got a mic today.
I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing. All the kings are here. Full king squad. Let's go.
No princess here.
No,
and to our left,
wait, you talking about queens? No, there's no princesses.
No princes. Yeah. No, I said no princes.
Oh, no princes.
Yeah, we all kings here.
Yeah, we all kings.
You know, of our own domains.
Here. Hey, all kings.
I don't know what that means, but we're all here.
We're all here.
And to our left, we got a buddy, friend of the show. He hasn't been on the video portion yet, but you got who has? We're on like episode 4. Anyways, Gilberto, writer of. Gilberto, you are a writer of CineSportsTalk. I said it right for everyone there. CineSportsTalk.com. Gilberto, tell everyone about yourself. How did you get started in this? Who are you? Why do we care?
I'm a person, first of all. I've been writing for the site for about almost 4 years now, which is pretty crazy.
God damn.
I know, right? Started because of this guy next to me over here on my right, who was already writing for the site. And I said, hey, how do I get into that?
And I've regretted it ever since.
No, unfortunately. But yeah, so I went ahead and pitched the little mini review. I forgot what it was even about, but now I'm here. So,
dude, you know
very,
what
very excited.
You know what I wrote when I first started to write for the site and to get to here? I wrote about it was like a top 10 heroes that should be on the Legends of Tomorrow show, and it was like sense. I don't even remember what I wrote, dude. There's so many heroes that I'm like, why did I put that? But I think half of them ended up on the show just because they put everyone on that fucking show.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, there's my one.
Damn. You're so quick, literally.
So like quick, man. Damn.
We're only 2 minutes.
Wow. God. Anyways, yeah, like we said, we are brought to you.
Jader secretly smiling from home.
Yo, for real.
By Disney.
Shout out to Jader, by the way.
So we are, like I said, we all do work for
Yeah.
Gilberto and I write for CineSportsTalk.com. I don't write as much anymore because I'm focusing on this. You know, here we are. Gilberto still writes. Ralph, you just go here. You never wrote. We've been doing audio podcasts, like
I've been
audio
here for
reviews.
3 days. I don't even know.
I'm just here recording.
I just popped up. I was just like, damn, y'all talk like on a show about movies? Hell yeah, let me join on that. Now y'all record too? God damn it, let me get in this too.
Before we even talk about movies, can I just say, like, I love that our generation has, like, we are facing war and apocalypse, like, every other day where it's like, yo, either we're going to get nuked. We know Mar-a-Lago's, like, an hour away from us. What's going to happen? But you know what we do? We make memes, and the memes have been delicious.
Exquisite.
Delicious. Like, I have them for breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's so great. That's the one of them where it's like Lil Uzi Vert. It's like, Private, why aren't you shooting the right direction? It's like Lil Uzi Vert going, I don't know, man. It's my 3rd day here.
That's so good.
It's the best meme, I swear.
Or like my favorite is dude, like literally, like I can pull up my phone. My phone is full of World War III memes for no apparent reason, but it's like one where it's like one Ralph sent the other day that killed me. Where it's like
that sounds a lot.
Where they're like, release the Floridians, and it's some.
It's like, wait, what?
And then it's like captioned the Iranians, and it's like some woman, and it's like a close up on her face. It's like the. What?
It's the other one with the Florida guy where it's like in the river and it's like smoke behind him. There's this one guy and it's like, oh, send in the Florida man. It's like, what?
Or like another favorite one where it's like that Rick and Morty meme where it's like, yeah, you son of a bitch, I'm in.
Yeah.
So it's like this one's like when you find out priests don't get drafted, you son of a bitch, amen. Oh man, I'm just like, this is what. The Naruto memes have been amazing too.
Oh,
where it's like
Madara
it's like where it's like Naruto weebs watching their homies get laid out in World War III, and then you just see like someone's Sharingan activate. This is total nerd talk, by the way, so no one's gonna know what this is except for the real nerd ones. But I just thought it was really funny.
Man, if they real, they'd know.
If they're real, you're right. Or it's like there's this one. Hold on, there's this one. Okay, one last one, but it's like me acting dead after the first gunshot is fired in World War III, and it's just Woody like laying on the ground when Andy's coming.
Andy's coming.
It's like one gunshot. Oh, I'm down.
Bro, there was another one that I saw. It was like a video on Twitter where it's just like me distracting the Iranians. Just so that my family could escape. Yeah. And he's just dancing and just like.
There was another one. It was
just like kicks feet in the air, gets on the ground. Oh shit! I saved myself. What's up?
That was hilarious.
We are here, guys. This is what we do.
It's the king.
One
Squad
of my
right
favorite
now.
ones though was the World War III meme that actually referenced the Area 51 meme, where it's like, oh, everyone's distracted about World War III, so we can raid Area 51.
Yo,
It's so good.
that.
Or Epstein.
It just shows you the generation that we have today. Literally, it's like the most serious thing we can have. Oh, they're just gonna make memes about it and just we'll laugh about it.
Or it's
We're
like that-
potentially going to war, but we'll just laugh about it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's what I love. I'm just like, yo, the white skies are come out. We're gonna vanish, but we're gonna die laughing. We're gonna die hysterical. This is one. I think you just looked at it, but it's like Michael from The Office when he had like the long hair and the fanny pack, and it's him handshaking his old boss, and like his boss is World War III memes, and Michael is me who just woke up.
Just like that.
Because literally the day after, because I woke up to that where it's just like stuff was going down,
Yeah,
and then
Twitter doesn't sleep.
Twitter went, and I've been on Twitter lately doing contest giveaways, which is awful for my
really
brand.
all
That's
you
why I actually changed my name on Twitter just so no one can find it. Because I don't want it to be like my brand. Because I'm just posting giveaways. I'm trying to win a monitor. Okay, I'm trying to win a stream deck so that we can live stream this. Okay, I'm doing this for you guys. I'm sacrificing Twitter for you 4 people out there and Gil.
Thank you.
But yeah, Twitter just went insane. I was like, wow, this is why people have Twitter. The memes are amazing.
Very, very good.
And Black Twitter is amazing too. They're savage.
Black
out
Twitter
there.
is like a whole.
They haven't let me in
savage.
there. I haven't been in there. They
you see-
haven't
You seen the
accepted-
one- you seen the one with the
the.
the girl that's in the haunted house, and it said, "Oh, me," when they said to jump out the plane.
And she's like screaming. She's like, no.
Oh, how about this one? This one's like
man.
it's a really. If you guys have seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, came back to it. If you guys have seen the first TMNT movie,
I'm sorry. My eye hurt.
where it's like
Just had
a
to be
really
real.
intense face of like who's this guy? Wait, I don't know colors. Who's that gun?
I think it's
Donatello.
Donatello, yeah.
That's Donatello. All right, so
Orange,
Donatello?
I think.
I don't know. No, I think Donatello's blue.
Michelangelo.
It's either Raphael or Michelangelo. Raphael is red.
So
What's
probably
this?
Michelangelo.
That's
No,
It's
that's
probably
Michelangelo.
Michelangelo. Okay.
Because Donatello is purple.
Oh,
yeah.
that's right.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the one I can't see.
Yeah,
I thought it was
there
dark
you go.
blue the entire time. I'm serious. I can't see purple. But anyways, so it's a really intense close-up of Michelangelo, and it's like Marines when they hear Iran is going to retaliate for the missile strikes on the general, and it's like him like close-up, and he's like, "Cowabunga, it is." I don't know. We just spent like 10 minutes talking about these memes, but you know what? It's gonna come back around at some point because you know what? Today we're trying something new. All right. Unfortunately, Nardo is out on a secret mission. Jader is doing amazing things right now, which we will touch on a little bit into the show.
He's doing God's work.
Exactly.
He's doing our work, honestly. So what we're gonna still have these hour-long shows or just hour-long content, I guess, but we're gonna like split it up into 2 days. So because we just want to see you more, and we know you want to see more of us. So
Yep. And you're getting more
ready?
content. So why not?
Wait, Gilberto, ready? Ready? Can you do it? Have you been watching? There you go. You've been watching. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2.
King Squad!
We'll work on it. You're almost there. So we're gonna be splitting up. We're gonna do hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday news stuff. Hopefully, depending on how fast. If I can do this fast and this recording Monday, this can be up tomorrow. If I can do that, I have to do honestly. And then we're gonna be having like more laid back, just topical episodes, either Thursday or Friday. We still have to decide. We got time. We can do that. So today we are doing news. All right, we're not gonna talk every story because we don't have enough time for that. But we're gonna talk just the things that
Just the ones we care about.
The ones that we care about, which is really the ones I care about, because I'm the only one that had time to make the notes today. Everyone works. It's fine. Life found a way. So, first news topic of the day. Uncharted, a movie that I have sources telling me might eventually happen in a certain universe. Is it ours? Is it our reality? I don't know. But in some reality, this movie is going to happen. But it just lost its sixth director in... I'm even forgetting the sixth director's name at this point. But either way, like...
Was it Fletcher?
Travis?
No. Fleischer is the current one that they're eyeing. I do believe the last one they had... I believe it Travis Knight.
Yeah,
there you go.
From Bumblebee.
Bumblebee, yes. Bumblebee, Kubo and the Two Strings. I'm just like, they've been trying to grab amazing directors for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane who they've been getting. But, like, for example, they've tried to get... I'm not really a fan of Night at the Museum, but Neil Burr, who's Night at the Museum guy, David O. Russell, we all know David O. Russell.
Yeah.
Sean Levy, who's actually no, I lied. Likes I don't know. I think Neil Berger actually did Limitless. I think Sean Levy did. I don't know. The comments here in this article is weird, but Sean Levy is the guy who like produces like Stranger Things, and he's an all right director. So at least having him on, he's got like good eye for production. So it could have been potentially good. And I think he did a few episodes of Stranger Things, and then you had Travis Knight, who once again he did the recent Bumblebee movie, which I thoroughly enjoyed as a Transformers fan.
Very, very good.
And Kubo and the Two Strings, which I love. I think have you seen Kubo?
One of the best animated movies.
Hell no.
You haven't seen Kubo and the Two Strings?
Nah.
That's so good.
Bro, I think you would actually like it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would, but like, I'm lazy.
That's one of the best animated movies of the decade.
It's up there. It's definitely up there. But my question to you guys is, I have a couple of questions. One, do we care? Two, do you guys? They're right now. Their targeted release date is December of this year. It's not going to happen.
Definitely not.
But let's say by next year. Let's say they get someone in, they do production, they get that stuff out, and they have something ready for next year. At least if that's what they're planning. Say tomorrow Fleischer signs the deal, and they say, all right, December 2021. Let's say that. Does this movie happen even with Fleischer?
No.
No?
No. I feel like he's going to drop out too.
What do you guys think this is? Because like right now the movie, you've played Uncharted, right?
Yeah, I played
and
Uncharted.
And you've played Uncharted?
Yeah,
or at least know of it?
And I also know what happens when it comes to like video games being adapted into movies.
Yeah. I think that's what the big thing is, that it's the whole stigma behind, movies being adapted from video games and how they always have trouble at the box office and are not necessarily the most faithful in terms of adaptations. But I think with this movie specifically,
look at the cast. It's already kind of like not faithful.
That's what I was going to say. The cast, I think, is the best thing that's going for it. They already had Tom Holland, who's...
You think?
And then they also have... they just added Mark Wahlberg. Even though he's playing Sonny, he's a little young. Sully, excuse me. But, it just depends. I mean, the cast is there. They just have to find someone that... because we don't necessarily know why they're being let go of leaving the project.
Everyone's citing creative differences. Actually, no. Here it says Bumblebee's Travis Knight was the most recent director attached, but he left when production needed to be pushed back because of Tom Holland's Spider-Man schedule. Which is weird because it's like you think you'd already have that in mind, like because it's Sony. Uncharted is Sony, so it's like I'm pretty sure it's Sony. Yeah, Sony is producing this, so it's like how do you guys not already have Tom Holland's schedule if you guys are producing Spider-Man?
Well, it might have changed a little bit because of the renegotiations they probably just did with Marvel too.
I can't see it changing that drastically.
Nah, even then,
because there's no Spider-Man. Oh wait, when is Spider-Man the third one coming out? It's gonna come out like 2022.
Next year.
Even then,
we just had one come out last year.
Or no, I think it's in 2021. I think.
You sure?
I believe so. Yeah.
You might be right there.
Even aside from like the negotiations, I'm pretty sure they were planning on having a third movie with him anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even without him being inside the Marvel cast.
Yeah, it was gonna happen regardless, but
I think what it is just poor organization on Sony's part, along with them not putting enough effort towards this movie. That's how I see it.
Yeah, I think
that's how it is with a lot of video game movies too, because a lot of times because it's just like, how do we take something that's interactive for the person and try, and also long like hours too. The games are usually about like 8 to 10 hours in order to tell its story. How do we take away the interactivity and then condense it to around like a 2-hour movie?
Yeah.
I think it can definitely work. It just depends like on from what story you're going from. But the thing is, so like my thing is like you say the cast is what it's got going for it. I would disagree. Like just from I guess this is a video game purist outlook where it's like I played the games, I love the games, I played all 4, I binged it. But Nathan Drake's not 18, not 20. Like that's what they're going with Nathan with Tom Holland. I'm assuming they want to have like this Indiana Jones thing where they want to have him for the long haul, make 4 movies down the line. But I'm just like, this guy's too young. You go a little older at least, but like. And then Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Apparently, Mark Wahlberg has been like attached to this for like a while, so that's why him being cast as Sully is not a surprising thing. Because that's at least that's what I heard somewhere. But it's like he's been trying to produce this for a while. But I'm just like, all right, but are we letting that? Sorry, let me put this on silent. But are we gonna let that
get in the way of that?
Like exactly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the whole rumor of the Deadpool thing.
You know when the story's going to take place. I mean, maybe they're going to do a younger version of Nathan Drake and kind of build up, like you said, multiple movies. But then also, like what Ralph said,
do like an origin story for him.
Maybe.
So give him that Tomb Raider like reboot.
But it's like that didn't work, and it's like that movie lost so much money. No one liked it.
Which one? The Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
It was alright with Vikander, right?
Okay, yeah, but like how many people remember?
I think it's getting a sequel too.
It definitely lost money, bro.
I know. I heard a while back that I think it was getting a sequel, but
I will fact check it, but I don't.
I may be wrong, but I do remember hearing.
I didn't even
something
bother
like that.
watching the movie.
It was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't horrible either. Like it was fun.
Man, I saw that trailer. They try to make something as simple as her jumping over to another rock climatic.
Yeah, I was
just like, wow. Ain't like the game do it better.
All right, okay, so real quick. So so I have here, I don't see the budget, but it did make worldwide 274, almost 275 million, but I don't see the budget here because Box Office Mojo's new layout is gross. Yeah. Straight up
they change up the
gross. Like, I hate this. I'm like,
there's an option to go back to the old one.
I don't
like try
think
go all
so.
the way down and see if like there's like.
Okay, I found it. Budget. Oh, dude, come on. Budget was 94 million. You gotta expect that they spent up to almost as much for marketing. So let's say 100. Let's be nice. 160 million for the entire thing.
Did they market the movie?
Oh, they definitely did.
Was that Warner Brothers?
It's just that like what I remember.
Warner Brothers, right?
Whenever I watched the trailer for the movie, it's posted on YouTube. And it was on movie theaters. I'd never seen like commercials or anything like that. I didn't even see a trailer.
Look,
for a YouTube video. I don't know.
I saw, at 94 million and making 274 million. This is Pacific Rim numbers. Let's be real. They can make a sequel, but that sequel's not gonna make money. Because look at Pacific Rim. Same thing happened. That was how much. And same. Look at Hellboy. Another Guillermo del Toro thing where it's like Hellboy. No, not the new one. Okay, the original one where it's like they kept like barely scratching by with the profit, and then expected more with the second one. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. I mean, I don't see it happening, but it's okay. They're waiting for me. All right, I'm gonna get there. Sony, look. There's a Sony rep out there. I'm gonna get there. All right, give me a couple of years. Let me do some short films. I got you. I got the story right here. You know what? I'm just gonna write the spec.
I think by that time it's still gonna be in.
They're gonna be losing the 16th director at that point.
They're gonna have 10 more directors and lose those 10 directors.
You know what? Cloud just be like, screw it. Just make yourself a Netflix series for like Uncharted. Just pitch it to them.
Yo,
it's like, yo, you wanna?
We out here. I've never pitched before, but let's try it. Let's get freaky. Let's dance.
You want weekly episodes of Nathan Drake Uncharted on Netflix?
I personally don't see it as a TV show. I think of a movie like this generation's Indiana Jones would benefit this version, but like more rated. Not rated. It doesn't have to be rated R, but like
it could be
less.
It should be rated R.
There's nothing rated R about it though.
The thing is, if it's rated R, it's not.
What are you gonna have? Cursing?
It's not
blood?
It's not even that. It's just like
it doesn't need to be rated R.
I feel like the subject matter. I don't know. Like
No, dude, PG-13, you can push it.
I mean,
Yeah.
PG-13, these days you can push it. I mean, if you got Thanos' head getting cut off.
I don't know.
They're pushing it these days.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the first game, how like the second half completely changed and kind of turned into like a horror aspect of it.
Yeah, but look at Indiana Jones. They did the same thing. Look at before in Indiana Jones, the Nazis melting their face off, turning into skeletons.
Yeah, but wasn't it rated R?
No, Indiana Jones is not rated
Jones
R.
were all PG-13.
It was PG-13.
Yeah, bro. Oh. You can push that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, unless we're wrong.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Will we though? Will we? I don't. We don't know. I don't have a back support. My back hurts. Anyways, moving on. So another movie that is happening. The question is, will we see a Joaquin Phoenix better version of it 5 years down the line? Is Morbius starring Jared Leto? I went there. It's not my joke, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just tee it up for you guys, and I think the tripod's slipping, so I'm gonna go fix that.
Wait, what?
I think the tripod slipped a little, so I'm gonna go fix that. But anyways, let me tee it up for you guys. So Sony released their another Sony story, trailer for Morbius, the vampire, which is a Sony product,
so happy right now.
starring Jared Leto. It's got some weird Easter eggs in there that like kind of confuses all of us. If you haven't seen the trailer, spoiler warning, okay? If we're talking about the trailer, it's in the trailer. So they already spoiled it for you, so I'm sorry. But you do see him walking by a wall with like a Spider-Man, like I guess poster, and it says murderer. So it definitely takes. It's implied it can take place after Far From Home, which is already implying that it's MCU related. And then at the end, I heard Ralph when you saw the last few seconds, you're like, oh, because it's like. Michael Keaton's in it.
Yep.
Which I'm assuming is the Vulture.
Yeah.
He sounds like him.
Yeah, it has to be.
So it's like, wait a second, but this is a Sony movie. This is not MCU. This is not Marvel. It's not part of their thing.
Or he can just not be named in the movie, and then they'd be like, MCU, figure it out.
Bird guy. It's like, you're that mechanical bird guy,
Kevin
right?
Feige will be like, what?
It's Birdman.
Oh, that's crazy.
And it's like, that's not Spider-Man. That's not Spider-Man.
Like three franchises.
That's not crazy. Spider-Man on the wall. It's Night Monkey. Anyways, let me go fix the tripod. But guys, what do you guys think of the trailer? Does it wow you? Because it was a trailer.
I mean, you know me. When it comes to a Marvel movie, I'm gonna have to like sit down and actually watch it for it to be able to like impress me. So I'm indifferent towards it. It looks interesting. I mean, it's going towards like a more darker character. Morbius is more of like an anti-hero, right?
Yeah.
In a Marvel.
Sometimes he's more villain, but definitely in this interpretation looks like it's similar to like how they did Venom.
I mean, he looks like he's gonna like.
If they do it like Venom,
suck some people's blood.
It's gonna suck. That's
the thing is, now you see with that, with my thoughts overall, I think it looks fine. I think that Sony, because of they said they do show it in the trailer, from the studio that bought you Far From Home, that bought you Homecoming, that bought you Venom.
Right.
They're really. Riding on the coattails of Venom, making over $1 billion at the box office. Whether the quality of the movie is irregardless.
People saw it.
It's fine.
They can at least expect some kind of return.
They're sticking with that formula, that they're sticking with the dark tone. Like, it feels like a movie that would have came out maybe 10, 15 years ago instead of the quality of comic movies that we have now. And I think they're just sticking with their niche. They found their formula, another darker character in the Spider-Man universe, a decent cast, Jared Leto, outside of what he does on the set or how he's with interviews. He's Academy Award-winning actor, very good actor. He's never been in something that I didn't think that he didn't try or that wasn't horrible. So
I'm just waiting for stories to come out saying he sent his coworkers dead bats. Or vials of his own blood. Or maybe he sent people vials and be like, can you put your blood in here and mail it back to me, like with a return label and everything? I don't know. Dude's weird.
I think it's just an excuse for him to be an asshole. And just say it's creativity.
It's method.
Very method.
But I think the talking point is the whole MCU connection. I'll be real with
that intentionally.
Yeah, because now exactly.
Because when you watch this trailer before the Marvel logo comes up, you don't even know what it's about. Because nobody's not gonna know Morbius. No one like Morbius. What? Who's that?
Exactly.
So I think having that cameo at the end, because we don't know. We don't know if that's that. Because sometimes there's scenes in trailers that aren't even shown in the movie, in the actual film. So that could just be something.
That might be the post credit.
Maybe. Who knows? But that could just be used to just bring people to the movie. And if they want to do that, it's fine. Because Sony, the last couple Spider-Man movies they've made money and they've been successful, critically successful too with Spider-Verse. So, hopefully it turns out good for them. This is literally, I can't even think, Jumanji, but this is only their other big franchise with Spider-Man. Else, so.
It's smart to milk it. I just hope it comes out well, because I'll be real with you, aside from that talking point, because that's really what we're talking about is like, wait, so what happened in that contract? Like now Sony can reference MCU characters, because even though Spider-Man Far From Home and Homecoming were all Sony-produced films, it's like they haven't mentioned Tom Holland. They didn't mention Tom Holland in Venom or even Easter eggs or Adrian Toomes or any of the Avengers stuff. So it's like, all right, cool. Yeah. Can they reference their own characters like from the MCU movies in this? So it's like if it's Spider-Man related, you can use it. So it's like you're not going to see a Hawkeye show up in Morbius 2, but you can see the Sinister Six or something like that, or at least like references to them.
I think that's what they're building to, Sinister Six. Oh, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think that's what they're building to.
They've been building towards that for like what
feels like 3 decades. They wanted to do that for a while.
Is it third time or second time?
Literally, I think that was the post-credit scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2. There was like the guy walking for the thing. You see like like the vulture wings and the symbiote, and it was just like, well, MCU deal. So that's being done. And I was just like, nope.
Not doing that.
Sony's just like, look, we're gonna do this, but we need.
Someone's getting roped out there.
Someone just heard that they're making a Morbius movie.
They're gonna arrest Jared Leto for sending dead bats.
They go to feds.
You were saying? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying. I think they really want to push that Sinister Six so bad, whether Holland's in the MCU or not. Like they want to have him face off against. And I, as a fan, like hell yeah, but also too like. If they could find a way to make it work, with MCU, then I'm all for it. But we'll see. Is
it just Avi Arad, the producer of all the Spider-Man films, just there like, hey, I like your script.
With the movies now, though.
I feel like, or maybe it's Amy Pascal, but it's like whoever's there pushing for the Sinister Six, are they just there like, hey, we like your script, we like the villains, but can you add one more? And they just keep doing that every movie. It's like, hey, thanks for including those other 4. Can you add one more? And then it's like. And then at the end, it's like it's kind of like honeypotting them, or it's like, hey, you already put 6, so can you make a movie with just those 6?
Yeah,
it's not even that. They're gonna be like, do you want one more? No, it's perfect. That's
6.
But it's like we can really. It's like, but I want to put Venom this time. We're getting come. No. Listen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. We're good.
6. We don't need to count higher. Okay.
That's what about Easter eggs? No. We got 6.
And I think this, too, is also going to benefit Venom 2. Because that movie's already, has a little bit of attention, obviously, because it made $1 billion, but also
that's
the
crazy.
fact that Andy Serkis,
I don't think did it make $1 billion? I thought it made like 900 million or something like that.
I think it made over $1 billion. I think it just made over $1 billion, but yeah. But the fact that Andy Serkis is directing it, and you're adding Woody Harrelson, hopefully they change his hair. His hair was a little funky.
God, that hair looked awful.
But yeah, I think this is going to bring more hype to that, too. So, because you don't know what the hell is going to happen with the MCU tie-ins, and if it's in the same universe, if it's not, or how did it happen. So we'll see.
All right, but anyway, so these are things that are happening. So
it's happening.
Let's hope they come out good. I'm rooting for Uncharted, but not really because I want to direct it myself when I get to the age. Morbius. I'll be real with you. The trailer itself was like all right. It gave me Dracula Untold vibes.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Same.
But what didn't give me any Dracula vibes are the Oscar nominations. But I mean, let's be real. It's like the Academy were all sitting in their coffins for the entire year. They watched 10 movies and like let's nominate those 10 movies like 20 times.
Yeah.
Because it's like, man, like it's not. I don't want to get into like a whole race thing, but it's like
I think there was a stat that came out today that was like 62% of the movies that were nominated were like over nominated. Like it was like
crazy. Where it's like. Come on, like I'll be real. So let's run it down real quick, okay? So we got for Best Picture,
which
I believe here,
which could have been 10 movies.
Are you going by Best Picture?
So like we got
going by most nominations because I feel like
no, they're going by nominations.
Because most nominations is just ridiculous. Like I feel like a movie shouldn't have to have like 11 nominations.
It did. That's what I'm saying. Like, they watched these 10 movies and they're like, let's nominate them like 1 billion times. Because like, so here's the Best Picture nominees. We're gonna go through this a little quick. Maybe when Jader and Nardo come back, we're gonna like talk about it a little more. Sorry, Gil. That's okay. So we got Ford vs Ferrari. We got The Irishman. We got The Irishman 2. I'm just kidding. It's the same movie. It just feels like 2 movies. Jojo Rabbit. Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1917, Parasite, and that's it. I just wanted to whip it again. And then for Best Actress, we got Cynthia Erivo for Harriet, Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan. I learned how to say her name, Saoirse. It's not spelled like that at all. Saoirse Ronan for Little Women.
You nailed it, though.
Charlize Theron for Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger for Judy. Best Actor, we got Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory.
First time nomination for him, too.
Leonardo DiCaprio for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Adam Driver for Marriage Story. I heard British people say his name, but Joaquin Phoenix for Joker. Jonathan Pryce for The Two Popes. I'm just like, what? Haven't seen that one.
It's on Netflix.
And we're just going to go with those three. Oh, we can say director. Bong Joon-ho, Parasite.
It's a big category.
Sam Mendes, 1917. Todd Phillips, Joker. Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Part 2, 3, and 4. And Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And you know what? That's the only ones that we're going to discuss right now. We're going to do a probably more in-depth look. But just based off what I just read out, and like hopefully if the link opens up for you guys, what you can see, what stands out for you as far as like these nominations, just at first glance? We'll go to you first.
I just think the lack of, I mean, it's been said before, but the lack of people of color and also women directors, especially this past year that we had, because it's not just Greta Gerwig, but also Olivia Wilde. Her name's escaped me now, but she directed Hustlers that came out earlier this year, and also the director for Honey Boy.
Honey Boy, yeah.
So it's
definitely
it's not necessarily just one, but just the fact that there were so many more higher quality films that could have been selected, at least a nomination. You know, the fact that me personally, you know, I enjoyed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but it's definitely not Tarantino's best, but it's not his worst. Kind of just falls in the middle with his films. In terms of his directing, I didn't think he didn't do anything that was necessarily new that we hadn't seen from him before. So I think that he could have been one that you could have maybe put in someone else in there. Marty, I think for directing,
it's got to be a legacy thing, bro. I think, like I said,
I wouldn't say that, because with the behind the scenes, when you look and see how they made that movie and the sacrifices that he made to make that movie, and how he was like, I want to do this the way that I want it to be done. And I think, you know, with the way that they used, you know, I don't know if you saw it, but they had like the tripod camera with like 3 different cameras on it. We did like an infrared scan with actors, because they didn't use any like dots or nothing for the CGI.
No way, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. You should watch it and check it out, especially since you're directing. But definitely, I think that was very innovative. So I think he deserves to be nominated for that. And the movie was good. I mean, the length, for me personally, I go back to it more than other movies, because it's always I always find that there's more things when you go on multiple viewings that you get to see that you didn't see the first time. And but yeah,
I'm on Irishman Part 2, so I'm almost there. Ralph, what do you seeing from these nominations? You know, you and I were on the same page. These awards don't really mean much, but it's kind of like our Super Bowl. You know, like it's just exciting to see who gets nominated. It's fun to have drafts. It's fun to come to Filmgate's Oscar party. But yeah, just seeing from this, what do you think, just out of the top of your head? Like, what here surprises you? What doesn't surprise you?
What surprises me is that I didn't even see Ari Aster pop up, at least with a nomination inside like adapt original screenplay.
At least you think, right?
Original screenplay, director, but no, didn't even
all right
get
from
a nomination at all. I honestly agree with your opinion about it being a legacy thing, because so many times we just see a lot of the same directors pop up, with the exception of Bong Joon-ho, Sam Mendes, when it comes to like nominations for director in film.
And I think Parasite was really like something that a lot of people were pushing for, which is why it finally got that nomination, because people were thinking, oh, they're gonna nominate for foreign film and call it a day, be like, it doesn't need Best Picture, but they did both, which is great.
Nominated twice,
yeah, but like didn't the same thing happen with Roma last year when it got the nomination for foreign?
Yeah, I
believe
so. Yeah, and it
but
won foreign. It still won foreign. Yeah,
and just like
but
pushed it to the side.
Best director though, I think so.
But okay, so seeing from
which
here,
I don't get. How you win Best Foreign, Best Director, but you can't win Best Picture?
who won Best Picture again last year?
Last year it was a Green Book.
It was a good movie.
It was good, but this. Yeah.
Anyways, but it's all subjective. But at least, so here's just a couple questions. So you're talking Ari Aster, so I'm gonna put this question to you. So we're looking at original screenplay. We're looking at Best Director. Who out of those 5 would you take out?
Who?
Yeah.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like, it's a good movie, but like the type of story it's telling, it's taking ideas from like old Hollywood around the time during like the Manson murders,
60s, yeah.
and just making like a script around it.
It didn't even really
it wasn't
tie
even,
into him that well.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't even anything like new or innovative.
So much love now because at the Academy they do like movies that reference Hollywood and old Hollywood.
Because
but Dolomite didn't get anything.
Yeah, that's true.
That's surprising to me. I'm just like,
but also too, it's
Netflix and
I don't know. Also too, I think
look at Irishman.
With all of the nominations, I think honestly we can all say like this last year. Film overall was stacked, so I can understand why some movies don't get love and some others do, but at the same time, you can't just I don't know because with the vote, I think the system overall needs a little bit of an overhaul.
It's been needing it for sure
because it's ridiculous. Like the fact that, like I believe off the top of my head, I think Little Women has like 9 or 8 nominations,
but nothing for
the most important. Yeah. Literally, it's like, like the movie just directed itself. Like it's just like, I wonder who directed.
It's like,
it's
a lot of nominations.
2 actresses that get nominated: Florence Pugh and Saoirse Ronan for Saoirse Ronan for Little Women, and then for production design.
I think Saoirse Ronan for. You're right, Florence Pugh. Supporting. Yeah, you're right.
And this is like all those nominations, and then she had a great year too, though.
She had an amazing year. She had
Fighting with My Family.
There you go. If it were me, for example, and this is just going off this list right here, if I were to take off one director, it would definitely be Quentin Tarantino. You know who I put in there? I either put Taika Waititi, or I put in. I'm forgetting the person's name, but the person who directed The Farewell, the movie that I saw that needs more love. Whoever did Peanut Butter Falcon, put him in there. Even Honey Boy. Honestly, there's so many movies better than Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, in just my opinion. And then for original screenplay,
Honey Boy didn't even get nominated.
Got nothing.
That's
nothing.
A travesty.
It got nothing.
Shia had 2 great performances here. Nothing.
Even the Awkwafina didn't get anything for The Furrow, which I thought this was. You gotta watch it, bro. I think you would really love it. It's such a standout role because she's really she's in a lot of comedic roles. She was like in Neighbors 2, Crazy Rich Asians. She's great. But she really took a really good turn here.
I've been meaning to watch it, but it's like down $5.99 rental.
Lulu Wang. Lulu Wang is the director, and like she did great. And that's what I'm saying. I would have just taken out Tarantino.
Yeah,
It would have been an easy person to take out, honestly. Like it's not by far his best film.
Definitely not.
And stacked up across like with these other directors, nah. Especially this year, no. Come on now. It's just a legacy thing at this point. Scorsese got like a nomination. Irishman is good, but it's like, how many mafia movies have you watched?
Oh, you finally finished it?
Huh, I've been finished.
Oh, okay, nice. I'm on part 2, like I said.
Oh yeah, it took like 2 nights because it's a long ass movie, but he definitely does not need the nomination for director.
And I'm gonna say this.
And I feel like it's unfair because there's a lot of good movies on Netflix, especially like with Dolomite. Yeah. How the directors get overshadowed by Scorsese. You saw how
or Tarantino. This is just a Tarantino film.
Craig Brewer did really good directing.
Yeah, because like you saw how like advertised it was on Netflix compared to like the other movies that were great that should have gotten a nomination at least.
Yeah. Look at Best Actor. I'm sorry, I love Leo. He was great.
But no,
I wouldn't put him there. I'll be real with you. This wasn't Leo's place to put. I would have put in Eddie Murphy. That's just me. Yeah. Or Shia LaBeouf.
I would have put Adam Sandler.
Shia LaBeouf would have been easy.
That's just me.
Choice.
Uncut Gems got no love.
I haven't seen it.
That movie was. I think for if anything, Sandler should have definitely been nominated for Best Actor. Because what he does in that movie is something I've never seen him do, and was left you like jaw on the floor by the end of it. So
listen, these are at the end of the day, these are Oscar favorites. But you know what? It's got to be like. Sorry, Ralph. Go ahead.
I got one more complaint too. I know this gets overlooked from time to time, but the animated featured film inside the nominations, it's always going to be Disney that's winning. It never includes animated films from other countries.
No, it does.
But I'm talking about like
win-wise,
Japan and stuff like that.
I think a couple of them are nominated.
Couple of them have, but this year, no.
I think it's Toy Story's. Yeah,
No,
Toy Story or How to Train Your Dragon.
Because it's going to be Toy Story, or How to Train Your Dragon. That's
Which
going to end up winning.
Both great films, but yeah, I wish that the people
Claus,
aren't seeing these
Claus
movies.
snuck in there pretty
Then I
quick.
see
That was pretty random. Yeah.
No, but it's been getting good reviews. But literally, like over the holiday, like everyone was talking about it, and it just snuck in there in the nominations.
There's only exceptions when it comes to like a Hayao Miyazaki movie that would get like nominated and then win.
Yeah, win
for whenever like it comes out.
But it does promote some really good movies. So if you see any movies on the animated list, give them a watch. I love Toy Story 4, but there's a lot of other movies out there. I will just say one last thing before we close off the show for this portion. Listen, at the end of the day, awards don't mean anything. It's for fun. It's our Super Bowl. But you know what? It does reflect the industry at the moment. You know, it is important to a degree. And I see it as...
For them, it's like, what is their standard for a great film? And how successful that film will be for the coming year.
Right, and then who gets work? It's a reflection of who's getting work.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, look at all the people who are. I'm sorry, I don't want to make it a race thing, but look at all the white people getting work, and it's like there's no room for people like Lupita Nyong'o to get nominated for us. People like Eddie Murphy to get nominated for Dolomite.
Yep. Let's not forget
Awkwafina, and it's like
there's not enough Asian representation when it comes to like in film.
Let me close it off with this. So I see it as like it shouldn't be political, but at the same time, it should. Yeah. Like, it should be kind of like, I'm a wrestling fan, so it should be like wrestling booking. So it's like, hey, listen, these are the people that we want to push. These are the people that deserve it this year. It's their time to shine. But it's like, let's not go back to the well and keep pushing the Triple H's and the John Cena's of the film industry, okay? That's just me. It does, and it will get people in theaters. It will get people that are like, hey, I really like that movie. What about Queen and Slim?
Yeah,
you know, people loved Queen and Slim, and that
was on my top 10 of last year.
She did great. All right, I'm sorry, I forgot it was a woman or a guy.
Her name?
Woman.
Melina Matsoukas. Yeah, she was really good.
Look at that.
And she came from music videos.
Plug. Anyway, so that's our just our first thoughts on this. We probably when Jader and Nardo come back from their top secret missions, they are going to talk a little more about it. And, you know, maybe we'll have our fourth annual, I don't even know anymore, our Nobody Awards, where we do our own little Oscar thing, but we give our nominations of people that we like. So you'll probably see movies like Midsommar or Ari Aster, Florence Pugh and those, Eddie Murphy.
You sound so bougie when you say Midsommar.
Gilberto said it, now it's in my head. So anyways,
that's the way I'm hearing it.
It's gonna do it for this portion of the show. Once again, you're going to see all of our stuff in the description below, so we don't have to tell you where to find us. Really, you can find our Twitter, which we have to figure out the password. Jader. The Nobodies M Show. The Instagram is the Nobodies Movie Show. And on Facebook, we are the Nobodies Podcast, so please be sure to follow us there. We will be posting giveaways for free screenings, maybe some giveaways for Blu-rays. You never know. Maybe we want you guys to also send us questions and kind of like divide up the show. So, hey, think about it. Anyways, for this portion of the show, I've been Cloud.
I've been Ralph.
And I've been Gilberto.
And that's the Nobodies. And that's what we know while I do something with my hands that I don't want to do. Bang, 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 bang.
And you know what else you could bang? You could bang that like and subscribe button.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, we're out
Mic
here.
drop.
That
See
nice
not really, because
They're expensive.
We out here.